Aquarius horoscope, September 2020. As technology-driven Mercury teams up with old-mannered Libra on September 5th, you make an excellent online facilitator, counselor, or customer service representative. Fairness is your number one priority now, and you're committed to making sure that all parties are satisfied. A Venus-Uranus square on the 15th puts you in an awkward position when you're the last to know some surprising or unexpected news about a financial situation or perhaps a current or past lover. Was someone afraid to tell you the truth, or was it an oversight? Finding out the facts is the first step in being able to process what's happening. Mercury enters mysterious Scorpio on September 27th, at which point you'll think playing hard to get or similar mind games is sexy or cute. And depending on who you play them with, they could be You should have the ability to judge the reactions you're getting and go from there. Hardworking Saturn goes direct in goal-oriented Capricorn on the 28th, and this positive change of direction is just what you need to get going on an important project. You're more than happy to follow the rules. In fact, you think under strict supervision now. You can do it yourself, but it's important to you that you prove your worth to people higher up on the ladder of success. After all, they're already where you aspire to be. Dreams of Gaia. What's the spiritual, intellectual, physical, social, and emotional aspects of the self for Aquarius in September of 2020? Spiritual, 3 of water. Intellectual, masculine, feminine, which is the 11 of fire, by the way. Physical, 3 of fire. Social, Queen of Earth. And emotional, faith. Three of water. Key words: satisfaction, pleasure, joy, hopefulness, anticipation, attachment, expectations, disappointment. Key phrases: celebrate your victories, take satisfaction from your endeavors, look to the future with anticipation. Your success will continue, a rewarding outcome, an exciting future. Free yourself of unrealistic expectations. Allow the outcome to manifest freely. With this in your spiritual aspect of yourself, I think of go with the flow. You've done and you have a lot of spiritual blessings or work or achievements. You're acknowledging that, but don't be in opposition or suppression of what you have and what you think in your spiritual beliefs or how you feel about things. You need to come out, Aquarius, a little bit and be that, as the picture shows, that free-flowing energy. Not flooding, not tsunami, not hurricane, but that nice stream of fresh water for everybody. 11 of fire. Keywords: passive aggressive, creation, destruction, action, inaction, masculine, feminine. Key phrases: put aside gender stereotypes, We are both masculine and feminine. Masculine energy serves to protect. Feminine energy serves to nurture. Too much of one, not enough of the other. Time to evaluate and realign. Allow the energy to increase and ebb. Embrace the energy that best suits your needs. 11 of fire comes to mind is overburdening or aggressive or authoritative on the contradictions of balancing the divine masculine and feminine within. So you want to make sure if you're not being aggressive enough, be a little more aggressive but not too much. A nice good balance. And diplomacy on the feminine side, understanding, nurturing but not too much. You got to be assertive. So this is your intellectual aspect of yourself and how you're thinking and about things in September. Try to keep your thoughts balanced between the two perspectives and aspects of yourself. 3 of fire. Keywords: action, implementation, exploration, expression, energy, hard work, sacrifice, imitation. Key phrases: necessary sacrifice, experiment, practice, and refine. Avoid copying those who inspire. Step out into the great unknown and trust. Put your objectives first. Avoid cutting corners. Pay attention to details. Have you lost your direction? 3 of fire I see is going out and blazing inspiration of a new path or a new idea or a new creative energy that's coming out of you. This is in the physical aspect of yourself, which includes materials, finances, home, 3D matrix, whatever you want to call it. So with 3 of fire, you need to go out and creative expression of yourself in the physical aspects of your life. Like your finances will be answered or helpful or increasing with the creative energy you have flowing through you in September. The horoscope pointed out some of this possibilities and correlations with the 3 of fire, what you can do with that in your physical aspect of yourself. Queen of Earth. Keywords: Earth Mother, pragmatic, real, kind, nurturing, abundant, fertile, mind, wise. Key phrases: touch, connect, and create with your hands. Be supportive and nurturing. Seek out a motherly role model. A need for wise and honest counsel. Kindness is required. You are loved and supported. Mother, do not smother. Share the responsibilities. With the Queen of Earth, I see a happy wife, happy life, or happy divine feminine, happy divine masculine. So this correlates with your intellectual aspect of yourself, and the social aspect of yourself is reinstating the conditioning and balancing of the masculine feminine. Those around you are reflections of yourself, and not completely like, you have different angles when you look in the mirror. You have different sides, different views, different tints, different colors, different things you can do when you look in the mirror. But those reflecting back at you are possibly in need of a motherly figure, or you're in need of a motherly figure. Whatever it may be, the Queen of Earth is definitely inspiring that kind of energy into the social aspect of your life. Faith. Keywords: self-belief, confidence, divine connection, trust, serenity, surrender. Key phrases: faith is beautiful. Self-belief helps you to overcome. Self-belief and faith inspire confidence. Doubt breeds mistakes. Cruel words can do lasting harm. Do not give up because of past mistakes. Be kind and supportive. Set yourself believable goals. You matter. You are enough. You are not alone. Do not be unkind because others have been unkind to you. Take delight in compliments. For me, this card, Faith, she's got the sea turtle, the wolf, the crane which is this feather. This is a crane feather I got from the zoo. And you may say, how did you get that? Well, that's for me to know and you guess. But I got a crane feather. Anyways, the faith is all about, like I said, confidence, forgiveness, no sweat, right? Letting it roll off your back. Don't give in to the gossip and rumors or hate, and don't let your past cause problems for you. This is an emotional aspect of yourself. So you have faith in who you are and what you're doing. Have faith that the people you need to know you will know, and have faith in those who have been complimenting you are honest and are assisting you in your confidence. So the more you have faith, the more confident you are, and this is from your heart. Like, truly feel it. Druid Craft Tarot deck. What is the spiritual, intellectual, physical, social, and emotional aspect of the self for Aquarius in September of 2020? Three of Swords for spiritual. The High Priest for intellectual. Four of Swords for physical. Six of Swords for social. And Princess of Pentacles for emotional. Three of Swords. Keywords: heartache, true growth, wisdom from suffering. Suffering can lead to greater wisdom, heartache, out of which can come healing and emotional maturity. The potential for true growth and transformation. We can learn and grow from conflicts and difficulties, rather than feel victimized by them. Old wounds may be mending. Finally, conflict may be resolved and peace restored in an atmosphere of healing. Let go of sorrow or clear the air in a dispute, accepting your part in the quarrel. A warning of chaos or difficulties. You may be in denial over feelings of jealousy or sorrow. When I see these two cards, I see her letting the waters wash over this heartache or the past or the troubles or the tribulations that you've been through in your life. Spiritual aspect of yourself and faith and believe in something is going to help with this flow of water to wash away. You're an Aquarius. If you look at your sign in the astrology, you're letting the waters pour out and flow over. So you need to be in tune with who you truly are, to let the things go and flow, and you have that spiritual healing or growth or consistency going with who you truly are. The High Priest. There is a value in discipline and routine to maintain the connection between your spiritual and your worldly life. Key words: tradition, education, religious doctrine, search for inner meaning, routine, conformity, initiation, or eccentricity, rejection of codes or values, unsound advice. This can mean tradition and guidance, the outer ceremonial and legal procedures of marriage, your desire for marriage at a deeper level. Follow your passion and intuition and the wisdom and counsel of others. Major religions and churches, formal knowledge, education, and academic establishments. A need to conform to orthodox ideas and conventional approaches. The significance of a teacher or mentor. Or this could be originality of ideas, the impulse to renew and change outmoded religious or educational systems, a need to reject the values imposed by parents or religious leaders, the global acceptance of an unorthodox cult and its demands. The High Priest can be a tricky card for you and your intellectual and how your mind's working. Divine Masculine Feminine. I think you're being a little too masculine, possibly. A little too aggressive, a little too following of cult, or People that don't really have your interest at heart. They want you to participate in something that they think that the world needs, but not what you necessarily need. Okay? If we all focus on what each of us need independently and do what's best for each of us to where we can have an abundance to assist others, then there is no need for us to group up and have a singularity thought. It will just come natural. We'll all be thinking the same thing because we're all in tune with the self and not being in conflict between the masculine and feminine. You know, they need to be balanced and compassionate for each other. This is inside of your mind, what's going on and what you're thinking about. You got this dude here. He's got like the horns hands. He's like, you know, that guy that doesn't give up, you know what, and is gonna do whatever he thinks and believes. So he needs to get a little more feminine aspect in his life and be in tune with that, because the universe is a harmonious dance between both. Four of Swords, keywords: retreat, rest, solace. You may have been through a period of conflict or intense work, and now you are seeking solace and respite. Time to focus on spiritual practices that you revitalize the soul. You may need to reassess where you stand and organize your future plans. Rest or convalescence. The value of meditation. A period of isolation ends. Becoming active again following an illness. With care and attention, you can emerge successful from financial losses, illness, or personal difficulties. An ability to channel material from the other world back into this world. When I look at these two cards, I see a dude sitting out in nature contemplating how he's going to do this. How he's going to go out and get this burning passion, younger aspect of yourself going again if you haven't done it yet. Or if you have done it before, let's do it again. So, you know, he's got these swords, these words here, pointing next to him, up towards him. He's sitting there, resting. This is the physical aspect of yourself we're talking about here. So the material world, finances, how you're going to go out and get it. This is telling you to rely on the intellectual and spiritual aspect of yourself to get the juices flowing and the creative, younger energy that you may have stored up somewhere, or you are young and you can do this. Either way, no matter what your age is, you can do this. And by thinking and doing the necessary time to reflect on how to do that would be the best aspect or best considerations. Six of Swords, keywords: journeying, solace, healing. The conflict and difficulties often associated with the suit of swords have either ceased or are in abeyance. Comfort, solace, and the promise of renewal. Now might be a good time to plan a retreat or holiday. A journey in consciousness, aided by ritual and meditation techniques, can be healing and enlightening. A journey to reforge bonds can open up the possibility for renewal, or the pain of confronting a long-standing situation. Difficulty maintaining peace, refusal to consider different perspectives, or to take an actual journey. When I look at these two cards, I see the mother aspect in connection with the few people that actually are in your boat with you, that are going to go with you. So you and those few people need to do the work and do the inspiration and inspiring stuff that you're going through in September, reflecting back at the social or physical aspect of yourself cards with the Three of Fire and the Four of Swords we just went over. Also the intellectual and spiritual. This is kind of a big full circle for you in yourself and what's the eye of the storm kind of work and healing, and the 5 aspects of yourself pointing inward on what it is that the picture looks like, or what the picture looks like for you in September. So make sure you have the right people in your boat, and you're going on the boat to where you want to be and where you want to go, and those people want to go there too with you. And make sure you have the nurturing Mother Earth consideration in the boat, and the journey, and where you're going. Princess of Pentacles. Keywords: studious, self-reliant, good-natured. Potential for a new creative phase. Try meditating on the seeds of your creative project that lie in the past, and on your vision of them in the future. Happy news about a family member or friend. Good news about money, investments, property, or work. Likely to be relatively small sums or gains. This could also be after a period of study or effort. Reward yourself with some well-earned relaxation. Relaxation can turn into laziness, though, and avoidance of the effort required in getting back to work. Balance work with play. Small financial losses. What I see here is having faith in what you're looking at, or what you're desiring, what you're thinking about. Confidence. Don't doubt what's going on and what you're doing and what you're capable of and what your emotions are telling you. Have faith in your emotions, in your heart, and love and compassion. Don't doubt it. Don't be cynical. Don't be negative. Don't be a party pooper. Familiars. What is the spiritual, intellectual, physical, social, and emotional aspects of the self for Aquarius in September 2020? Four of Cups for spiritual. King of Wands for intellectual. Six of Swords for physical. Ten of Cups for social. Seven of Swords for emotional. Four of Cups, weariness, aversion, disgust, infelicity, stationary period, new possibilities, new acquaintance, new knowledge. So, with the water, the 3 of water, right? Yeah, 3 of water, and the 3 of swords. So 3, 3, and the 4. So 3, 3, 4. That's 10. So new beginning. Getting the water flowing from the cups. Okay, which relates back to your emotions, into the spiritual aspect of yourself, washing away the obstacles, the filth, the grime that is in the way of your spiritual growth. So you need a spiritual bath, do a smudging ceremony, something, because this is definitely saying your emotions are at the source, this is at the root cause, and this is the solution. So poureth over, flowing over. Maybe you need to have a cry session to help that spiritual release come out, Kundalini rising, and then make love. I don't know. But do the work, spiritual aspect of yourself. King of Wands, honest and conscientious, a conscientious person, friendly, educated, fatherly. Severity, austerity, dogmatic, deliberate, somewhat excessive, and exaggerated ideas. These are the two opposites there with the King of Wands. the masculine. I mean, you have two masculine cards, and you have the divine, feminine, masculine balance. So you're a little too masculine, possibly going on in September, or not enough masculine, and this is telling you to get more. There's two ways to see these three cards. It's up to you to figure out. From everybody's different for you to consider. But whatever you do, make sure you got your thoughts thinking in the right way of balancing the divine, masculine, and feminine. Six of Swords, travel, voyage, route, attempt through difficulties, expedient matter, success, desperate situation, unwanted proposal, confession, declaration. Now remember, you have the Six of Swords from your Druid craft cards and your social aspect of yourself, making sure you have the right people in your boat. And then you have the Three of Fire, passion, burning. So your physical and your social aspects of yourself are directly connected in September for you. Sitting there contemplating, maybe take a little time out, not too much, from everybody, and make sure you're doing the right things and thinking about the right people, or your heart's in the right place, and you're spiritually doing the spiritual work and growth with the new creative passion and younger. Get this big picture here. Every time I see these swords, they look like teeth, so don't get eaten up and beat up. Make sure you got enough time for yourself as well. Ten of Cups, home, happiness, cheerfulness, pleasure, peace, love, honor, esteem, virtue, loss of friendship, unhappiness, family quarrel, pettiness, rage, combat. Social aspect of yourself, I mean, that pretty much sums it all up for you. The Ten of Cups there. The boat, making sure you have the right people in your boat. You know, just because they got blood doesn't mean they need to stay in your boat. They can go get their own boat. Mother Earth, nurturing nature, keep that in mind. Social aspect of yourself. Seven of Swords, new plans, wishes, efforts, perseverance, attempt, fantasy, arguments, quarrels, uncertain counsel or advice, slander. Pretty much talked about most of that in the previous two cards with your emotional aspect of yourself. Have faith, you know, forgive, let go. You know, doesn't mean you have to be around them because you forgive them, or let go of what they did. Because if they're going to keep doing it, they don't need to be around you. Keep your head focused right here on what your prize, what you're trying to achieve. Follow your heart, have faith in your heart, have confidence in your emotions. Stand up for yourself if necessary. Emotional aspect of yourself. Heal yourself message for Aquarius in September of 2020. Help from above. Your positive intentions and heartfelt prayers have been heard. Your love beyond your wildest dreams. Divine beings are working on your behalf to create the perfect circumstances for you to heal and open your heart. There's a higher order and timing to all things. You are being asked to work on your self-worth so that you can receive your greatest good in the form of incredible love. Life transforming opportunities, healing, abundance, and divine inspiration. Keep asking for higher help and intervention in any area of your life. Then follow your intuition and lower your barriers. Let go of any notions of how divinity will bring about your deepest heart's yearning. It may not be in the package you would expect, but it will be life-altering. Your heart is about to be challenged to open wider than ever before. That may require you to feel some fear and pain. Do not run away from this experience. Take steps forward with faith that your greater good is coming. Life purpose for Aquarius in September of 2020. Yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. To get the clear answers and guidance you seek, turn to yoga. You drew this card because this peaceful activity increases your confidence and intuition, two factors that help you with your life purpose. You're encouraged to enroll in a yoga class and attend frequently, as in-person sessions offer you motivation, instruction, and camaraderie. For a few people, this card will signify that your actual life purpose is in a career involving yoga. For example, you may be guided to teach this discipline for a specialized group such as children, pregnant women, or the elderly. Perhaps your life purpose is to open a yoga studio or design yoga-inspired clothing. Regardless of whether yoga is central or peripheral to your purpose, you're clearly guided to practice this life-affirming form of exercise and stretching. Ask your angels to guide you to the teacher who will best enhance and support your practice. The angels will give you signs and intuitive feelings to point you in the direction of your life purpose. Keepers of the Light, who has a message for Aquarius in September 2020? Radha. Soul Flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. The Hindu goddess Radha is the divine feminine counterpart and twin flame of Krishna. She is considered to represent Shakti, the divine feminine and creative spirit of the universal life force. Without the female, the male cannot be created. And for this reason, Shakti is a powerful force that is honored and cherished. Radha is completely devoted to her partner and illustrates the age-old adage, behind every powerful man is a powerful woman. She is dedicated to supporting all those who seek relationship harmony and healing. At one point, she learned what it was like to be separated from Krishna, and so she can also bring great healing to those who are suffering the loss of a partner or a separation. Loving union, connection, relationship, harmony are key at this time. It's important to remember, though, that relationships won't make you whole. Only your own love can do that. You now have opportunities to find lost parts of yourself. Maybe sensual aspects of, or the capacity to cherish yourself. The relationships around you will then begin to reflect the love you have for yourself. Increased romance, love, and opportunities to express divine harmony through love are all becoming apparent in your life. You deserve divine love, and Radha, with her Shakti presence, is here to awaken this loving connection within you now. Sacred Power for Aquarius in September of 2020. Ground your light. Shine your light on the world. Let your soul shine. The method of grounding our energy bodies, auric fields, and consciousness is to solidify our being in the present. Through the grounding process, our emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies become unified, bringing balance and well-being to our soul and spirit. While this practice can be challenging, it is important for you to remember you are influenced energetically by your environment. Grounding anchors your energetic fields and connects you to your emotional body while being present and mindful within those moments. Strengthening your aura and emotional and physical body is the primary goal of mindfulness, as we feel everything that we experience through this energetic space. You're doing yourself a disservice if you refuse to honor your own shining light. Embrace the inner spark that sets you apart from everyone else. Claim and accept who you are as an individual so you can thrive in life. Embrace yourself with this new confidence. Currently, you may be feeling sluggish, unmotivated, and energetically flat. Your energy is distributed across different areas of interest and therefore is making you weaker. Pay close attention to how your body reacts around certain people, places, and situations. It is up to you to develop healthy personal and physical boundaries. Right now, you need to ground your own light. Come back to your heart space and center yourself in the present moment. Make yourself consciously aware of your breathing. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it intermittent? Integrate your physical space, your physical body with positive charge by grounding your new and current experiences with breath work. Bringing in new light energy through your crown and anchoring your sacred self through earth chakras will assist the grounding process. More importantly, never give power to anyone to dim your light. You are a lighthouse and deserve to shine your light across the night. Shadow aspect. Shyness, people pleaser, self-sacrifice. Sacred crystal, red jasper. Angel assistance, Archangel Sandalphon. Energetic grounding, being in the present. Affirmation. I anchor and ground my divine light in my heart. I am free. Power animal for Aquarius in September 2020. Turtle. Stop trying to make something happen. Retreat. There's not a whole lot you can do right now to influence the situation you're inquiring about. It's best to back off and wait until it's time to move forward again. There's nothing wrong with that, especially given the futility of trying to make something happen right now. Patience is what's called for. Eventually you can stick your neck out a little at a time to determine if it's time to come out and make some progress towards your goal. A retreat isn't defeat. Make it a conscious and intentional choice instead. You could stand to spend some time by yourself in nature away from the intensity of your usual life. Although we call this a retreat, it's really more of a movement toward the peace and harmony you'll find in the woods, at the mountains, or by the seashore. Doing so also helps you connect with Mother Earth, and when you do, it helps put everything in proper perspective. The ocean's been there a long, long time and will continue to be. And every day there's a sunset, no matter what else has happened. Additional associations: femininity, slowness, toughness, fertility. Wisdom of the Oracle message for Aquarius in September of 2020. Flexible. Teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. Relationship message. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity, it's what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. Prosperity message. Even when you have a clear vision of how you're going to manifest something, what it will look like who will share in it, and what will then be available to you, you still need to relax and open up to other possibilities. Spirit may have much better plans for you. It could be a job you hadn't thought of, a new source of money, or some other opportunity that eluded your imagination. Be flexible and remind yourself, this or something better manifests for me now. Then be willing to bend a little. Enjoy the miraculous results. Protection message. When you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential and find yourself in an us versus them scenario. Loosen up, open your mind and heart, and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Meet in the middle. Spirit makes a great mediator. Cosmic message for Aquarius in September of 2020. New chapter. You're being nudged to move forward. Take that next step. A new adventure awaits. This directly correlates with the Six of Swords, with the physical and the social aspect of yourself. Interchange and transformation has been occurring within you. Your soul now yearns to take that next step, a leap of faith into the unknown. A new chapter waits with new opportunities and adventures. Your heart has been nudging you forward for some time now, but the cautious mind has kept you at bay. Don't let fears of the unknown hold you back in a place that offers no growth. More than anything, your soul longs to grow and evolve. Staying where you are does not give you room to soar to new heights of spiritual awareness and full consciousness. This part of the journey can be quite difficult, not only for you, but for those around you. Go through the process. Honor your feelings and feelings of those involved, but don't stay in this state of discontent. Honor this period, but move through it with courage, strength, and determination. Breathe deep and release all fears, doubts, and concerns. Follow your heart. Listen to your intuition and guidance. Believe in yourself. Don't trouble yourself with the opinions and expectations of others. This is your life, and you know what is truly best for you. Although you can't see it, your next chapter brings wondrous lessons for the growth that is needed for your soul. Be true to yourself always, and trust that Spirit will guide you your way. Take some time out and reflect on nature's wisdom to guide you through this period. Rest assured that smooth roads are ahead. Great Spirit, guide me through this transition and give me the courage to make choices that help my soul grow. Associated chakras, solar plexus, and heart. Divine animal for Aquarius in September of 2020. Beaver. Work. To love your work is a gift. Find a balance between work and rest. It is worth aligning your work with your purpose if you can. Being positively mindful and engaged in your work, no matter what it might be, is healthy. Someone may be attempting to micromanage you at your job, and this is not an optimum way to work. Perhaps it is time to be your own boss. Mythos. The Ojibwe First Nations people tell a story about the beaver. A beaver was speaking with the other animals and was telling them how happy he was about his tail. "Look, bird, how fluffy my tail is." "It's so fluffy, is it not?" asked the beaver. The bird looked at the beaver's very fluffy tail and said, "Sure, it's very nice," but seemed dismissive to the beaver. The beaver then went to a muskrat. "Do you like my tail, muskrat? Is it not beautiful and thick with fur?" Muskrat said, "Yes, but is it a strong tail?" The beaver was puzzled. "I asked if you thought my tail was beautiful, not strong." The muskrat shook his head and walked away, saying, "Who cares if your tail is beautiful or not?" The beaver was upset with the animals he had spoken to and went back to cutting trees for his dam. He was thinking about how rude the other animals had been to him. He misplaced a cut, and the tree fell on his tail. The beaver wiggled his tail out from under the tree and saw that the weight of the tree had flattened it and removed the fur. It was black and leathery now. The beaver sat on the sandy shore and cried heartily. He cried so loudly that the Creator himself came to comfort him. The beaver said to the Creator, "O Creator, look what has happened to my tail. Is it not? It is flat and ugly now." And the Creator said, "No, it is not ugly, and now it is more useful. Now you will be able to swim so much more strongly." Beaver considered this and realized this was true, but thought that his friends would not care for him anymore. The Creator smiled and said, "No, Beaver, your tail is not why your friends love you. They love you for your hard work in the industry and for your kindness and goodness. Your tail has nothing to do with it." And with that, the beaver was satisfied. Beavers' future in many mythos of the First Nations of the Americas and Canada, the Inuit and the ancient Norse. The Inuit and the ancient Norse. The animal, the beaver, is an incredible transformational force upon the landscape. They can divert rivers and waterways and construct dams that create flooded areas, pools and ponds that enable fish and breed and certain plants to flourish. Besides humans, they are mostly probably the most powerful architects of the landscape on Earth. To do all this changing of the landscape, beavers need to be industrious and work hard. They seem always to be active and busy, literally cutting down trees with their powerful sharp front teeth, which continually grow, and using their hands to move heavy objects and shape mud. They do this dam at areas so they can build their lodges, working through the night and day. The interior of their lodges do not freeze hard in winter because of the nature of their construction, with air pockets above the pile of branches and sticks and the insulating effect of snow. Beavers share their lodges as monogamous pairs with their kits. They are territorial and will defend their territories. They are strongly built and weigh an average of 25 kilograms and are the second largest rodent on Earth after the capybara. Their tails in particular are a great asset, the rounded, flat shape being able to propel them very quickly in the water, but also giving them good balance on land. Beavers are very agile underwater and are able to stay there for up to 15 minutes if threatened, although they usually spend only a few minutes at a time, as there is always work to do. The magic. When you find it hard to motivate yourself, or when things are not working out with your career or work situation, beaver energy can help. When you need help finishing a physical project or attracting good craftspeople, call upon beaver magic to assist. Symbology. Lodge, paddle-like tail, beaver teeth. Status of least concern. Starseeds, what is our message for Aquarius in September of 2020? Empathic starseed. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here, thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes. Due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and in a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression, or tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts, they tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you're feeling pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you can to take the pressures of the world off your plate. Switch off to switch back on. In today's world, it's normal and feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others right now, you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it at all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you take better care of yourself energetically? And that's your reading, Aquarius. Thanks for watching. Click the links below. Become a Patreon, please. I love you. See you next month.